All of us reach a point in time where we are depleted and need to somehow find a way to reignite the fire within. But how do we spark that flame? Welcome to Reignite Resilience, where we will venture into the heart of the human spirit. We'll discuss the art of reigniting our passion and strategies to stoke our enthusiasm. And now, here are your hosts, Natalie Davis and Pamela Cass.
I know. I always say, like, if I was just introduced to this when I was much younger, but I was in a different space then, right? And I even
was in a different space.
Even thinking like, oh, could I get my girls to be a part of this? This is not, I can't force their journey, right? I can't force their hand in their journey. Yeah. They've seen the results of it in my life, but they're going to have to go out there and seek it on their own, right? Like they have to go and get that. Yeah. I mean, not on their own, but when they're ready.
When they're ready. Yeah. And I think that it will show up for them when they are.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you had been working with Rachel Jane as long as I've known you.
Yeah.
And I didn't know anything about it until she was a guest on our podcast. Yeah. And then I was like, what is this all about?
Yes.
And then I remember I got really annoyed at you. I was like, you have been keeping this secret from me for 10 years. But then I thought to myself, I was like, I was not ready.
No.
I was still married. Yep. Then I went through a divorce and then the cancer. And then I was like, I was not in a space for that to be able to receive it.
Yeah.
Like I'm able to now.
Exactly.
And so everything shows up when it's supposed to.
Absolutely.
I was super.
I don't think I kept it a secret. I think I actually even gifted you her books, The Powerful and Feminine.
No, I don't have those.
I think you did.
No.
I think I remember giving it to you.
Because I ended up buying them because I bought them when I. Yeah, you gave those to somebody else, girl.
I bought stacks of them, and I remember handing them out to people, and I was like, I'm just going to hand these out. It's a little subtle gesture because it's like, hey, you should come and do some spiritual work with me. It's going to be great. You'll love it. And then people look at you like, you've got two heads. What's wrong with you? No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
It is really interesting how uncomfortable people get when you start to talk about the spiritual piece of it.
Yes.
I was a little skeptical at first. But man, once you kind of are around it, and you see the transformation and the things that start to happen and how people respond to you differently, and how you show up differently and people notice it. It's insane. It's wild.
Yeah.
And so, it's been a fun journey. So I'm just tickled that we got to go through it.
Exactly.
And,
continuing to go through it, right?
Everywhere. Well, we're everywhere.
Absolutely. Well, and you mentioned us having Rachel Jane on the show. Yeah. I think if you're listening to this, go back. I want to say it was last season, maybe it was 2 seasons ago that she was on, but just search Rachel Jane Groover and the Reignite Resilience podcast and it'll pop up. There are 2 episodes and she actually takes you through a practice on part 2 of the episode. So I think it's well worth it. You get a little insight to her work, but you're spot on, Pam. Like there are some things that I cannot put my finger on to say, oh yeah, this is the transformation that I've seen as a result of, that workshop that I went to 3 weeks ago. But I like the overall me as a person, as a human, and the experience that I'm having in life is directly impacted by the work that I've done. And just even, especially, as a speaker and as a coach, like being able to create and hold space for the people that we work with is really important. And bigger than that, like it is very important for me to always create a safe space. Even if we're talking about, sales skills, I don't care what we're talking about. We've got to create a space where you feel comfortable, because that's where people feel their best to start to expand, or at least explore how they're going to expand and grow. And so for us to create and hold that space requires and demands a lot of us. And I don't take that responsibility lightly. Rachel Jane's body of work has helped to make that so much easier. 100%. Yeah.
100%. Because I remember very early on with that relationship with her that I told her, I was like, at the end of a coaching day, at the end of a speaking day, I'm wiped out. I have like 0 left. And she walked me through. She actually made me coach coach her
Yeah.
in front of everyone,
Yeah.
and then taught me a practice and then had me coach again in front of everyone. And it was night and day. And it was like, oh my gosh, makes such a difference. Now I can coach all day and I still have the same amount of energy I had when I got on my first call.
Yes.
And so then I'm able to show up, like you said, fully present for my clients, not the exhausted version at the end of the day with my people.
Yeah.
So,
Like you get on that last call and you're like, oh Lord, finally, what do you got going on, John?
like, woo, we got this. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Well, Spiritual and Successful is the name of her production, her show, her YouTube show. It is
and
now
it launched
live.
last week.
What is it?
I think first episode launched on March 12th.
March 12th. Perfect. Yep. And so go and check it out on YouTube. You can find it there. I will say, like Pam and I wanted to talk about this just because it's a fresh experience. We did the recording of it just almost a week ago now, but just with it being like the emotional piece of it and the ahas and the revelation, but we're like still going through it, right? Because we're still in the midst of our challenge in things that we're doing. And so those that are curious as to know what my challenge is, it is not saying no more, I guess in a roundabout way, but I instead have to take things off of my course of offerings or my platter of offerings and some of
my trough of offerings.
I have to pull it off. I have to pull some things off of my plate. And I know that there are some people that are listening to this like, yeah. And listen, I enjoy what I do. But the reality is that I actually, and I'm going to dive into this deeper too, is after going through that session, is that I actually built a business plan this year that was actually setting me up for failure. And I don't know if it's intentional or subconsciously I was doing it in a way to distract me from the big ultimate goal that I set for myself. Right. So we have these BHAGs. I have this BHAG and I'm like, well, I need to execute 47 of these things in order to achieve that. And the reality is you need to execute 2 things. Right. And at least that's what it was for me. And so I need to narrow it down to 2 things and I can't overcomplicate it. Because what happens is I get comfortable being busy in safe things, right? So I overcomplicate it. Well, if I could just add more graphics or if I could make it prettier or if I could just build out a whole program around it. No, that's where I overcomplicate it and I'm getting in my own way of my own success. And so these are the things like when we say you can't see your own blind spots or your own potholes in what you've built. You have to have another coach that's able to look at what you're working on. And somebody that'll call you out on your stuff too, right? Because she definitely was like, who told you this? And I didn't name names, but I have names.
Who told me this?
I know exactly who the people were. I don't hold a grudge.
I like you. Oh my God, that's hilarious. But she does. She makes you uncomfortable.
Yes.
In that space. Yes. And that's what you want a coach to do. I mean, my business coach, I tell him, almost every session I meet with him, I'm like, I need a new coach, one that's going to tell me what I want to hear. And he just kind of like shrugs and moves on.
He's like, and what's next? How else can I help you today?
Yes. What else can I do? So those are the coach you want. It's like a parent. You want a parent that's going to say, hey, don't put your tongue on the frozen light post.
Yeah.
It's not going to end well.
Yeah.
You want the people that are going to call out the things that you're not seeing because it's too close.
Yeah.
And it's either part of your shadow work or it's part of your Enneagram and you're in a comfort zone right now and you need to stretch yourself and step out of that comfort zone.
Agreed.
100%. And I've got a business coach. I've got my spiritual coach and I need a village.
Just be cautious of who you're listening to.
Yes.
Is what I'm going to say. Because like I said, I didn't name names, but I can pinpoint exactly who said it and when and why I started to incorporate these things into what I thought was a business plan. And be careful of who you're listening to because there are a lot of people that are teaching things that are not actually proven,
Yeah.
or they're just putting everything in the pot, and knowing that people don't typically take action. And then you come across like people like me that actually will listen to you and take action. And then I'm
And
like,
do it.
it's too much. It's too much. Like, how did we get here? How did it become so much? And we're just going to simplify. We're simplifying it. That's what it all comes down to. Yeah.
All right. You're simplifying. I'm saying no. And I am going to become the most important person in the room when I'm speaking.
At all times.
I do have something to share.
In every room.
In every single room.
Yes.
In every single room. Every space.
That is
Yes, that was a sigh.
I was going to say, and that is a sigh of truth. That is the sigh of, oh, I realize what that actually means. That's okay. Yeah. That's why we're here. I'm honored that we were able to go through this experience. And as we talk about, like, the other big piece that I think that popped up for me, this is the other one thing that, that really stood out, is that I mean, it's a show, right? So it's a whole production, and there's a whole production. It's not Rachel Jane and us, or Rachel Jane and myself in a room, and me sitting on a sofa, like, talking to her. It is myself and her, a dozen cameras, a whole entire filming and production crew, sound people, videographers, photographer, you name it. They're all in that space. And the reality is, like, because again, we're truly there, and we're showing up, because we said yes, we raised our hands. Once you're in the love seat, it's too late. You're there.
Yeah, you're there.
You forget the fact that all of those people are around you. Like, it is truly like you and her. Like, it is a one-on-one. And that was probably, like, as I talk about the gift that she's given us with this body of work and being able to create this space, like, that's a perfect example of it. She's able to create this space where I felt like it was her and I just having a coaching session. And then it was all done. And someone said, "Oh, can you do something again?" And I was like, "Wait, what? What are you doing?
Are you guys filming?"
It, like, brings you out. I'm like, wait a minute. Yes.
Well, we had so many stops because apparently I was using my arms and my jacket was rustling. And so it took quite a bit of redo.
Yes.
Until we finally were just like, just take your jacket off.
That's perfect.
Like, okay. And so I literally, one of the things I'm like, take 1,050. Yeah.
I love it. Well, that's okay. So I'm glad that you mentioned the jacket, because we started out on this and I said I'd come back to it. On the day of, the only thing that I was thinking was, okay, I knew that you were going to be on the show. I didn't know that you were filming that same day. And so I knew that you were going to have an appearance on the show. And I said, okay, I cannot wear the same outfit as Pam. Pam and I only have one matching outfit that's the same, that I know of. That's the same. And so I was like, as long as I'm not wearing the same matching outfit. So I intentionally did not wear that outfit. That was the challenging thought that I had that morning. The thing that stressed me out.
What's our same outfit? I don't even know this.
Oh, what we wore for Reignite Live.
Oh, I wasn't going to wear that skirt because it's kind of a swishy. It makes sound.
Exactly.
It makes sound. So that was like not even on the table. But I was like thinking, I was like, the same outfits. We only have one. I'm like, we have like 100 shades of black.
We have many articles that are the same. We only have one matching outfit. But here was the challenge with that. And again, when you're thinking through, like here I am going to a coaching session, but also it is a show. Like you've got to be ready to film. And so color is important and patterns are important. And I had that leading up to that week, I had in my mind set out 2 outfits. And I said, okay, I can either wear this outfit or this outfit. And when I get up that morning, I'll see which one feels better. Both outfits were turtlenecks, and not even thinking about it. Like the 2 things that you want to avoid when you're mic'd up is a turtleneck, right? Because it's in your jugular. You don't need that. And so
and you have 450 cameras lights
Yes.
and cameras on you, so it ends up being about 95 degrees.
Yes, that as well. That as well. It was a whole thing. So on the day of, I wasn't thinking about the experience that I was going to have. I was thinking wardrobe. What am I going to wear?
Yes.
What will be comfortable? What won't make noise? What's going to film great? Like, these are the things that I was thinking about. And it's, anyway,
yeah, totally.
Priority.
I was totally thinking of the same thing. I was like, I have no idea what I'm going to wear. It's got to be quiet clothes.
Yes.
But apparently a jean jacket is not quiet.
It's not quiet. It's not quiet.
I had a jean jacket on, and then I had to choose the jean jacket. So, which is fine. Which is totally fine.
And it's for you, those that know me, like, and know my style, like, you get one of three things. It's either going to be black, animal print, or super loud colors. Like, that's it.
Yes. Well, okay. You are going to be so proud of me, Natalie, because when I was in Palm Springs visiting my friends, I bought a hot pink dress.
Nice.
It's a designer that's famous in Palm Springs, and it's pink.
Yeah, power pink.
So
power pink. Like, absolutely.
So I'm going to wear it on my next keynote, and
that's perfect.
Yeah, I'm gonna own it.
Power pink. How can you go wrong? Like, it's the best color out there. Yes,
exactly. Because Rachel Jane did tell me at one point that I need to get rid of all of my black clothes, and I went home and I said no. So I used my voice and I said no to that.
No way.
Like, no, I'm not doing that.
There's no way.
I'm not getting rid of that because that is my color.
I was gonna say. So basically, you want me to have nothing, like nothing at all?
Yeah, well, her question was, do you have a lot of black in your closet? And I was like, the question is, do I have anything that isn't black in my closet?
Exactly.
Would be an easier question.
Yes.
Because I maybe have three things that are not black.
There might be some work around that. So enter the hot pink dress. I feel like this is a whole new era. This may unlock something.
Well, let me tell you, when I open my closet door and it's in there hanging, all of my other clothes are probably like, who brought this? Who brought this in here? And whose is it? And it doesn't belong. It's like, which one doesn't
Which
belong?
of these is not like the other? Yes, exactly. I was just thinking, don't let your cat find it, because they may like feel the same way. They may be like,
it's up on the top shelf. Yeah. It's up on the high hangers. So because it's like a knee length dress.
Okay.
So,
I was like, if your cats find it, and they too are like, what is this? We don't know what this is.
This crazy thing. So I am trying to venture out. So if there's any of our listeners that are like, I don't know, what are they called? Like fashion
stylists.
Stylists.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
If we have any stylists out there, we would love. Wouldn't that be fun to have a stylist on?
To have them on, I think we can set that up. I had one of those experiences a few years ago, and it was amazing.
Okay, I think we should do that. No.
I wanted it as a fundraiser. Now that one, I might have, I think I just went through that experience on my own, and I don't know why. I don't know if I ever actually told anyone. But you go to these fundraising events, and it was to have an experience with a stylist, and then you get like store credit for X amount of items or what have you.
Yeah.
And so it's down in Parker. No, it's not. Yes, it's in Castle Rock, Colorado. So it's down in Castle Rock. So if you're ever heading in that direction, make an appointment. And I will tell you, here was the experience. You do an online intake form to set up an appointment. You typically need to have an appointment when you're going to work with a stylist. And then they ask you a couple of questions in terms of like what colors you tend to gravitate to, what kind of designs you like, what kind of cut, and, what's your body shape and style, all of that, like what sizes are you, all of that. They get all of the details. I don't know anything about it. I was just answering the questions. I told the lady all the things. And I get there for my appointment, and she's like, welcome, come on in. Would you like some water? I'm like, yes, I'm loving this. And she was like, I've pulled few pieces for you already, and they're waiting for you in the dressing room.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry. Is this my new reality? Because I love it.
Like that is like my dream, is to have somebody put out my clothes, do my hair and makeup in the morning before I walk out.
That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
And fabulous. And a nutritionist to make me a healthy breakfast from when I get home from the gym.
That's it. That's all I need.
I don't need a lot.
I don't need much.
But that would be nice.
That would be perfect. And ideally all of this taking place in a tropical location. That's all I need.
100%. 100%. Yes,
So
100%.
she pulled these
Crazy.
pieces, and she pulled like blouses and blazers and pants and skirts and dresses. And it was like combination. Here's where I was like, I just give me a minute in the dressing room. First of all, I don't enjoy shopping.
I hate shopping.
Don't enjoy like just perusing a store. Like, let's just go in to see what's in there. I don't care. I don't want to go in and ever check it out. But the fact that she pulled these pieces, they were the right size, all of that. But she also wanted to see me in all of the pieces.
Oh.
And so I would try them on, and she's like, come out so I can see them. And she's super excited. And I get it. Like, this is the results of her labor, right? Like, she just worked to put these pieces together. And I'm talking like unique pieces. And so I'm like, I mean, combinations that I would never put together, ever put together. But they looked amazing, and they felt amazing. So I'd walk out of the room, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm like, I would never wear this top. Like, other than this outfit, I would never wear that. Whatever it is, like my feedback and all of that. That was the one part of the experience that I didn't love, was having to show her what it looked like. But 10 out of 10, highly recommend. I think you should go check it out. You should do it. And because that's where you could like have somebody give you the extra color and the texture. And
and I think when you said you didn't like it, I mean, it's because we're comfortable. Like, black is comfortable. Like, I know it. And so when you go outside of it, I remember trying on the dress for my friend, and it's like, yeah. And I'm like,
maybe.
Really?
Yeah. You're like, maybe.
Like, it's a lot. It's pink. And absolutely, we should. And I was like, okay. All right.
If he has that response, all of the people listening to your keynote will have that response as well.
Or they'll just be like, I don't remember what she said, but did you see the dress? That was pink.
Now, I will say, I'm going to give you all a little insight for the world of speakers. There are times you'll have people that come up to you after the session, you chat with those people. And I love that. And they're very grateful. There are people that sometimes bring you gifts and cards and things when I love that. Right. The best are the people that come up and they're like, where'd you get the pants? Like, I love your pants. And I'm going to let the world know the answer 9 times out of 10 will be TikTok shop. So just go to TikTok. If you see me in something that you like, take a picture of it, put it in TikTok. It's typically in TikTok shop.
That's me too. The skirts. Oh, and did you know that? So since our event, I now have a burgundy, a black.
Oh my gosh.
A brown, and I've got the green one.
Oh my gosh. I have not purchased any additional, but
I felt like I needed to have all the colors.
But I have purchased other things from the TikTok shop since then.
It's an issue. It may or may not be an issue. Now, what TikTok needs to do is get a stylist.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Are the entrepreneurs out there that are listening to this, be a stylist on TikTok and hook us up.
Oh, you know what we could do now?
Not me. I can't. I've got to take things off my calendar.
You can't. No, but this is something we could incorporate into the podcast.
Yes.
Is we could wear some of the stuff we get from TikTok and then just have the link in the whatever.
Oh, we could start doing that.
Because I think you can get royalties from that, can't you?
I don't know if I want to do it. You know how I am. I'm like, they don't pay me, so I'm not doing it.
Yeah, and I don't want to figure out how to do it. That just like
as you pull up like a fully branded water bottle, I'm like, oh, and there we go.
Oh yeah, give it to me. I don't know.
Oh my God!
I spoke. They gave it to me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when Natalie and I don't have a guest, and we just we go down these rabbit holes.
We're just telling you where we're at. This is what's happening in life. We have a little
and this is what our conversations are every time we get together. And so we figured, it's like, well, we might as well just do a podcast and record what it is that we're talking about.
Just record it. Exactly.
Somebody's got to enjoy it.
This is what we call reality podcasting.
That is a true statement.
This is what we have. This is it. No, we are knocking out side quests, and shoot, I feel like just for Q1, it was perfect timing.
Yes.
It was, at least in my eyes, I'm like, this is perfect timing to knock out the first quarter, because nothing is more invigorating than realizing the business plan that you've been working on for the first 3 months of the year is shit, and you got to start over. Nothing is more invigorating. So I'll check in in 3 months.
Well, let's tell everybody about what we've got coming up,
Yes.
because I think that's important. And
Yes.
I believe we're doing it on the 24th and 25th of April.
Correct.
So we have, it's the same event, but we're offering it on 2 days. It's virtual. It's 90 minutes. And it's about becoming a time bender.
Yes.
And so it's really about how do you maximize your time? Because Natalie and I are serial entrepreneurs, which means we're always thinking about stuff that we want to do and saying yes to stuff when we got other stuff on our plate. And so if you're finding yourself in this space where you've got not enough, not enough day in your hours, I don't know. There's a funny way of saying it. Do y'all know what you know what I'm talking about? But at the end of the day, you have like, holy cow, I did not get anything done.
Yes.
But then you'll have a day where you're like, holy cow, I crushed this day.
Yes.
So we want to help you create more of the crush this day and less of the, oh my gosh, I feel like I got nothing done today.
Yeah.
And so that's what this 90 minutes is going to be about. So if you can't make it on Friday, come on Saturday. The times on Friday are 11 to 12:30 Mountain time. And again, it's going to be on Zoom. So we'll start promoting it. It's completely complimentary. We want to share tools that we're using, and then we're going to do it again on Saturday. And I think that one's 9 to 10:30 on Saturday Mountain time. So again,
Mountain Daylight, not Mountain Standard, just so everybody's not confused. There we are.
Oh,
yes.
Gracious.
Well, let's just say it's 10 o'clock Central on the 25th or 12 o'clock Central on the 24th. How about that? Central time seems to be
perfect.
Consistent. Yes.
Perfect. That's the only one that's consistent.
We are one of the 3 states or 4 states that changes for Mountain and not the other. Anyways, it makes things confusing for Mountain time. But here we are, the 24th and 25th. I think the best thing that you could ask yourself, if you're contemplating, like, is this workshop or webinar for you? And it's a webinar, and it's going to be a high functioning, like, hands-on webinar, not just us talking to you. Activities and opportunity for you to reflect is when you look at your calendar, if your calendar is full but your life is not full, like fulfilled, if you're doing all of the things and not feeling that satisfaction and fulfillment, the answer is going to be found in this time bender framework that's been created to truly help you get out of that and open up space, tap into your passions, making sure that like you're enjoying the time that you're investing in the things that you're doing. And, the reality is there are some things that we have to do, on an ongoing basis, but then the rest of our time, the rest of our day, the rest of our moments, we get to choose. And so what are we choosing, and what does that look like? And is it really honoring what we are working towards and striving towards having? So I'm really excited. So both days are exactly the same. If you want to join us for one or join us for both, that's perfectly fine. Do so.
Just for both, because we'll have different people at both of them. We are going to do breakout rooms. We're going to get together. We're going to give you some tools, some strategies that we've used, because what I think both of us have found coaching people that want to be high performers. To be a high performer, you have to have alignment in energy, priorities, and your results if you want to have that sustained success. Because if you're not getting it in all areas of your life, if you're not having success in your business, or you are having success in your business, but you're not taking care of your well-being, and you're not prioritizing relationships with people that are important, it's not going to be sustainable. And we see a combination of all of them. Maybe they're good in 2 areas and failing at one. Like health, a lot of times is a one that's like, I'll take care of that later. When you get to my age, it is later. So you can't do that. And so the earlier you start, and same with the relationships. If you are just taking care of your health and focusing on your business, but you're letting your relationships with your kids, your significant others, your friends, you're going to look up one day and they're going to be gone. And so we want to make sure that there's this balance between all of them. And so we think this is an important topic, especially today when we have so much noise and, oh, do this, new shiny object, and we have all this stuff flying at us all the time. We need to say no.
Yeah.
Boundaries. And yes.
I have no words other than I have no additional words to say. We'll make sure that we drop the link to register in the show notes. And then we will also have information about it on our Facebook and Instagram page and in our newsletter. So if you're not getting our newsletter, make sure that you head on over to reigniteresilience.com and subscribe to the newsletter so that you can get on that mailing list, or just check us out on Instagram and Facebook. We'll make sure that we have that link in our bio so that you can get your tickets. But April 24th or April 25th, if you can make one, share the event with someone else. We'd love to see you, have you join us.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited. You'll hear more from Pam and I as we continue to do the work of what we've been coached on and how we're making some changes and transition into what, the rest of this year is going to look like and what our lives and businesses are going to look like in this upcoming year. But you all know the deal. If you have not liked and subscribed to the podcast, please do so. We'd love for you to do that. And then also check out the video version of our podcast over on YouTube under the Reignite Resilience podcast. You can see all of the laughter and conversation live and in action in 4K over there. And make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Until next time, we will see you all soon.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Thank you for joining us today on the Reignite Resilience podcast. We hope you had some aha moments and learned a few new real-life ideas to fuel the flames of passion. Please subscribe on your favorite streaming platform, like or download your favorite episodes, and of course, share with your friends and family. We look forward to seeing you again next time on Reignite Resilience.